Hey everyone, hope you guys have been doing well. We are going to do a practice today completely in the chair, and this is a practice of sun salutations. You don't really need props for this. You might want to use them. I have a strap for when we do some leg extensions, and then maybe a pillow. I'll show you what it looks like. Maybe a pillow to put on your lap for when we're doing some of the forward folds, if you just need some extra support in between. So sun salutations are typically done from a standing position, but we're going to do all these seated today. One thing you can also do if you're sitting in a chair that your feet swing a little bit. My feet swing a little sometimes because I'm short. You can put your feet on blocks if you need some extra support. Well, we're just going to run through this practice. A couple of things to note. Make sure that your chair is on a mat, just for liability reasons. You want to make sure that you don't fall, or that your chair slides around. You want it to be sturdy. And then always remember that even sitting in this chair, you go as far as you can, or wherever your body takes you in this practice. You don't have to overdo it. You don't have to do anything that I'm doing if you don't want to. This is just me guiding you through. So sun salutations, standing traditionally, if you're not familiar, typically consists of standing in mountain pose, bringing arms overhead, forward folding, halfway lifting in a forward fold, and then coming down to all fours or into your knees for a plank pose before pushing yourself up into cobra, and then coming back up into mountain pose. So you can do all that from a chair, and I will go through the practice and talk you through it as we go. So let's begin. Take a moment to find a comfortable seat, and you could be sitting in a chair for this. You can also be sitting on your couch while you're doing this. You can also doing this sitting on the floor on a mat if you don't want to do it in a chair. It really is wherever you feel the most comfortable. And then just for a moment, allow your hands to rest on your lap, and then allow your eyes to close. And then here with eyes closed, let's just take a moment to connect with the breath. And you'll take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale everything out with a sigh. Take another deep breath in through the nose. Exhale everything out with a sigh. One more time, deep breath in through the nose. This time, hold the inhalation just for a moment at the top, and then exhale everything out with a sigh. Let it go. And whenever you're ready, allow your eyes to open. For those of you who's your first video watching me, I have two cats, and they will be in and out. They have no concern for when I'm filming a video, so my bad ahead of time. With feet grounded either on your blocks or on the floor, just for a moment, take your shoulders up to your ears, roll them back and down, opening up to the chest, giving yourself a tall, upright posture. And then here, just take your left ear and then bring that down to the shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right ear down to your shoulder. Bring that back to center. And now just take a moment just to lift and look up, lift your chin. Exhale, look down. Back to center. And we'll do that again. Left ear to left shoulder, center. right ear to right shoulder. Center. Inhale, take a look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, back to center. Now bringing your arms down by your sides, palms facing forward. On the next inhale, take your arms, sweep them overhead. Maybe look up in between your hands for a stretch here. Exhale, bring your hands back down to your side. We'll do that again. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, hands back down to your side. Do this for 3 more rounds of breath at your own pace. Inhaling, excuse me, hands overhead. Exhaling, hands down by your sides. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhaling, hands overhead. Exhaling, hands down by your sides. Inhaling, hands overhead. And then exhaling, hands down by your sides. This time, lift your hands overhead. And then take your left hand and bring it to your right knee. And then bring that right hand, or excuse me, your right hand behind you. And either hold on to your chair or just let your arm rest naturally and take a twist over that shoulder. It doesn't have to be a super deep twist. There was one of my cats. And take a deep breath in. Exhale. Take another twist. Keep breathing here. On your next inhale, unravel, come back to center, bring your hands to center. And then this time, bring your right hand down to your left knee. Left hand behind you. And take that twist. Deep breath into the nose. Exhale. Take another twist. On your next inhale, come back to the center. Bring your hands up. And then bring your hands back down to your lap. This time on the inhale, bring your shoulders up, back, and down. Lift the chest and then allow your head to drop back. And on the exhale, round it and down for seated cat-cows. So inhale, shoulders back, lifting through the chest, allowing your chin to come up. Exhale, round it and down. And you'll do that for, let's say, 5 more breaths, just allowing the spine to move. Allowing the chest to open, allowing the head to be the last to go back. 3 more rounds of breath. Inhale. Exhale, rounding it and down. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale. Exhale, rounding it and down. And then 1 more. Inhale. And then exhale, rounding it and down. And then coming back to center, scooting a little bit off of your chair here, making sure that you can keep your feet planted firmly and that you feel comfortable in the chair. On the inhale, gently start to move to the right and then come to center and then go to the left and then come back for hip circles. So take your time making this full hip circle here. Again, just allowing your body to move with your breath. Maybe 1 full circle is 1 full inhale and another is 1 full exhale. Two more rounds here. And then the next time you reach the center, pause for a moment and then start to rotate in the other direction, just so that you are even on both sides of the body. 2 more rounds here. And then coming back to center. On the inhale, bring your right hand to your lap, left hand palm facing up. And then for just a moment, sweep that left arm overhead and stretch through the side body. Bring that back down. And switch that stretch. Opposite side. We'll do that one more time, taking your time, moving as slowly and as with much fluidity as you need. Do that one more time on each side. And then coming back to center. Moving into our sun salutation sequence in the chair, staying a little bit further off the edge of the chair just so your body has room to move. You can always bring your back up against the chair if at any point you're feeling uncomfortable. So bringing your palms face down, inhale, bring your arms overhead. And then exhale, swan dive is what we would say, over your legs into this forward fold. Bring your body fully folded over. Again, you can put a pillow here for more comfort. Then bringing your hands to your shins, inhale for a halfway lift with a flat back. And exhale for your forward fold. And inhale, sweep the arms up. Bring your hands to prayer position and bring that prayer to your heart. And that's our first cycle. We'll add pieces in as we go. So we'll do that one more time. And then the third go around, we'll add. So again, bringing your arms down to your side. Inhale, lifting your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive here. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale for a forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Hands overhead. Maybe hands to prayer position, bringing that prayer position down to your heart. This time we will add a plank. You can totally do a plank sitting down, and I'm going to prove it. So here we go. Palms face forward, shoulders up, back and down. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, forward fold here. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale for a forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Now listen. This time put your left palm out. Put your right palm out. Engage in your core and feel like almost you're trying to push a wall or something away from you. And here's your plank. And then pull your elbows in, thumbs close to your chest. Bring your shoulders up, back, and down, and allow yourself to open up through your chest. This is Cobra, but in a chair. Allow that to go. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale, let that all go. Inhale, coming back up to center. Hands overhead. Palms to your heart. You feel that, don't you? You didn't think you would, but you do. All up in your core. Let's go through that one more time. You ready? Hands, palm facing up. Inhale. Hands overhead. Exhale. Forward fold. Swan dive over those legs. Hands to shin. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale. Forward fold again. Inhale, halfway lift this time. Lift those palms almost like you're pressing away from something, right? Engaging in the core. couple more breaths here. We're going to hold it for just another moment so you can really feel it. And then on your next inhale, bring those palms close, almost thumbs below your shoulders. Shoulders up, back, and down to open through the chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Let that go. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale for a forward fold. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, palms at hand center. We'll do one balance pose in a chair, and then we'll do a brief meditation. And remember, you can do this, watch this video over and over again for as many times as you want, as long as you are feeling good in your body, comfortable in your body. But these are short little mini flows just to show you that you can move your body and do yoga in a chair. Pause for me one moment. I'm going to go get a block. I think I showed y'all this block the last time, but I wasn't close enough to the camera. See this? That is a Gaiam block. And you can get them from Target. You can buy them on Amazon if you shop on Amazon. Or you can get them straight from the Gaiam website. But they have all different types of blocks. So the reason why I like these is because they're thick. I forget the exact thickness of these. I'll have to look them up and I'll share it. But they work really well for support, especially for bigger bodies, I think. So they have blocks that are a little bit thinner in width, but I recommend these blocks that are wider width. All right, that's my sermon for today. So this next pose we'll do is tree pose, and you can do tree pose a couple different ways. We're going to do this sitting down, and my next video we'll do a video where we're using the chair as a prop and not sitting down as much. So for now, let's do tree pose with the chair. So take the block, put it down in front of you. I'm sorry that you can't see it, but I'm going to walk you through it so you should be able to know. So take your right foot and place it on top of that block, and just make sure that it's firm on top of that block. Or actually, sorry, bring both feet square to the ground. And take your feet and kind of frame that block. And then bring your left toe up onto the block. That's what I meant to say. And then take that left foot, that left knee, and let it open up. And you can either bring your left foot to your right shin, or you can just keep it on the block. And then here, to make it more balanced, you can come to the edge of your seat. And this can be enough balance for you here. If you feel like you need it, on the inhale, lift your arms overhead. And that's tree pose sitting down. Exhale, bring your hands back down to your side, and then you can undo that left knee and then move to the right. Remembering too that each side is different. So you may have less mobility in one hip than you do in the other. So here, again, bringing that right foot to a block, allowing your knee to fall out. When I say fall, I mean open up your knee, open up your hip. You can bring your foot to your calf, or again, just keep it on that block. Tall upright spine if that is comfortable for you. Take a moment to feel in your body. Feel where you might be balancing. Feel where you might be holding on, where you can let go. And then again here, if you have it available to you today, just bring your arms overhead. And now bring your arms back down to your side. Bring both feet back to the ground. Walk it out a little bit. We'll do a hip stretch here, and then end with a little mini meditation breathing. So we'll do pigeon in a chair. And for pigeon in a chair, you will start, I'm left-handed, so I start on my left side. The majority of yoga teachers start on their right side, and I like to be different. So we're gonna start on our left. So take your left ankle and bring that on top of your right knee. And take a moment to really feel how your leg feels here. You don't want to feel any pain in your knee. If you feel pain, bring your ankle out a little bit further until you feel that relief in your leg. If you're feeling any pain, really you just want to feel the stretch in your hip. If you get here and you're like, I don't feel a stretch, not to worry. The foot that you do not have twisted, the foot that's planted flat on the ground, bring that to a block, and then bring your ankle up. And that is a deeper stretch. And I actually feel that more in my hip now that I'm doing that. You may not need the block under your foot, but just play around with it to see what works better for you. And then here we'll just take a few breaths, because this is going to be really an intense hip stretch if you're not used to stretching your hips. And also please pay attention to your knee joints. So take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale everything out with a sigh. One more time, deep breath and exhale, let it go. And then gently release that top leg. Maybe take a moment and bend into your knee, open up your legs a little bit just to make sure you bring some circulation back to that hip and moving back to the opposite side. Keeping in mind that each hip is different, right? So take this ankle, again, bring it to the top. Deep breath in. Exhale everything out, let it go. Deep breath in. Exhale everything out, let it go. Allow that ankle to come back down. And then again, maybe just walk it out. And here, getting comfortable, we will move just to some silence and do some meditation. So you'll be in this chair for a little bit. I recommend using a pillow for one of two reasons. Because you're sitting for a while, you can either place it underneath your bottom for some extra support, or if it's your lower back that you need more support for, you can slide it underneath your back. Take a moment to play with that and get comfortable to see where you might need the support. And if it's comfortable for you, allow your eyes to close. You may even take a soft gaze at the ground if you don't want to allow your eyes to close today. And take just a moment to settle in here. Noticing the body in your chair, in the space that you're in. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and exhaling everything out with a sigh. Deep breath, again in through the nose and exhaling everything out with a sigh, let it go. Beautiful. Now, here for just a moment, start to notice the body. Where are you holding on to tension? Where can you possibly let go? Maybe you're holding tension in your jaw. Maybe you need to bring your shoulders up, back, and down. Take a moment to really focus in on that. And now let's focus in on the breath. Just notice how the body moves, how it ebbs and flows as you inhale and it expands, and how when you exhale you can feel the body contract. And lastly, notice the mind. Knowing that the mind will continue to move even in stillness, and sometimes it gets a little bit louder as we get quiet Just know that you can come back to that anchor of the breath. Focusing on the breath is at any time you become distracted. Or you can take a little mantra like, I am meditating, or I am here. And we'll sit here in silence for about 2 minutes, and you'll hear me bring you out the sound of the bell. If you hear me move to get to the other room, it's for me to get my singing bowl so I can bring you out of meditation. Gently start to come back to the body. Come back to the breath. Allow yourselves to make some gentle movements by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe rolling your shoulders up, back, and down. And here, with eyes closed or taking a gentle gaze at the ground, we'll end the practice the same way we began it, by taking 3 clearing breaths. So take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale everything out with a sigh. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale everything out with a sigh, let it go. Deep breath in through the nose. Hold it at the top for just for a moment. Exhale everything out, let it go. Thank you so much for allowing me to hold space for you today. If you have any questions or something you want to see from a practice, feel free to leave comments or email me, rashida@plantbasedyogisoul.com. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. Namaste.